So let's go ahead and start a new project here. So we'll click on the yelling file menu. So in this case, we'll create a new project to just make it nice and simple. And oh, good God. Oh.
Why did they do that to me?
I don't know, but I feel so dirty that my, die Visual Basic. So we can see we have a bunch of, the similar type of projects that we had before. We'll just go ahead and select a console application.
Awesome.
And we'll call it Hey Buddy.
Just like the other one.
Just exactly like the other one. But you'll notice that it's stored in a different location, and we'll go check that out in a second. And we'll just hit OK. Pretty simple.
Hey, look at that.
Hey, look at that. Now, here's one thing that does suck, though, about Visual Studio. It didn't actually write my program for me. That's crap. Come on, Microsoft. Get with the game here. So, we will
Why do I have to do everything? Like running to the console.
Console dot right line. Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Boom. Okay, so just like we saw in Mono Develop, I mean, it's the same stuff, guys. We have the build, clean stuff. We have the debug, start with debugging, start without debugging. You'll see even the shortcut keys are the same. So if we just go ahead and run this without debugging, which is the equivalent of Control F5.
It'll save your file, kick it out, and you get this nice output window here in the bottom so you can see exactly what's going on. This would be if, basically what you'd be typing from the console.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, right. So here we go. Hey, buddy.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. I mean,
that was fast.
That's pretty easy. And we'll be doing some work in both Visual Studio and maybe a little more Xamarin Studio, who knows. But you can see that the outline of this project is pretty much the same. Now, with Visual Studio here, in the properties menu of your project, you can do other stuff in here, which is kind of neat. Like you'll see that we can actually access .NET 4.5 here, which is pretty cool. And we even have access to 4.5.1. In Xamarin Studio, we were using 4. We have our build mode here where we can change stuff and do crazy stuff, which we're not going to actually do. We also see that there is this app config file that comes along. And what this is those of you guys that are familiar with ASP and web config, it's kind of a similar type of thing. It's sort of like a manifest where you can put some additional information about your project. We're not going to really get into it because it's sort of outside the scope of this course, but
at least you know what it is and where it lives.
Yes, and you will see some, those are the subtle differences between the two, really. So I guess that's it for the intro, right?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
All right, so we'll come back and we'll do a simple installation for Linux, and then we'll get to writing some programs.
Can't wait.